If you are hard coding string lengths in your PLC, this will eventually break your system. A subscriber asked a good question that if I have a string data type of GTV with a space in the middle and a 250 R19, he wants to extract only the barcode before the space always. And he's saying the length of the string before the space can be variable. Right now it's 13 and it could be bigger or shorter. And he wants to find out how we can extract exactly everything before the space. This is a common barcode parsing problem in Studio 5000. So in this video I will try to answer the question. So what we will do, we'll go ahead and create a bunch of tags. We'll just create a two strings. We'll just call it as a barcode string 1, and we define it as a string create, and we'll go ahead and populate that barcode string 1. We select the 3 dots and we'll go ahead and copy paste the string given by the subscriber. So now we have that, and if you look at this barcode string 1 and look at the data, you can by looking at this, you say it's 13. So since I want to extract 13 characters, let's use the mid instruction to extract it, right? So we'll go ahead and insert the mid instruction, and we'll just say the source is barcode string 1, and we know we want to extract 13, and let me zoom it in. We know we need to extract 13, and it's a start length of 1, and destination we just create extracted string 1, and we call that one as a string and create, right? And we'll go ahead and assemble that one. So simple mid extraction. If you want more details about this, you could see of my video, the link will show up on the top. So we'll go ahead and assemble it, and if we go ahead and monitor barcode string 1, it's barcode string underscore 1, sorry. So we just call it barcode string underscore 1 is our source. We go ahead and assemble this one. So that's good, right? So we got what we need by fixing it. But now if this barcode string has a change, or it has a W, now let's go ahead and change this to something like this, where we just change the length, and so say now we add additional characters like a W at the end. We missed the E, right? So this mid instruction is based on fixed count. So if you have a dynamic string, the mid instruction will not work. At first it looked like working, but it does not work, right? So say if we change this to ABC 123 250 / R13 R19, we could not extract, right? So this includes the part of the string, this includes part of the tire size that we don't want. So this proves the problem of hard coding the length is not reliable. The subscriber's requirement is that first part can change length, so let's use a dynamic method. So in the dynamic method is where we will have to use the find instruction. So we'll go ahead and type the find instruction, and in find instruction you have the source that we give barcode string, and then we are searching for a empty string. So we'll go ahead and use the tag that we created, empty string underscore 1, right? So we'll go ahead and create a new empty string underscore 1 created, and we want to start at position 1, and we'll just say the result to be stored in found position 1, and found position 1 can be just a decimal dint. Go ahead and create that. So now we'll go ahead and assemble. So this is our dynamic way of finding the empty string, and then we can use another instruction. So when we do that, you can see found position is coming back as 0. Whenever you have a found position as 0, that means because the empty string, so we found position 1 as 0. Why? Because the empty string does not contain any space. So right now, if I look at an empty string, it's completely blank, right? So PLC is not searching for a space character, it's searching for an empty string. That's why the result stays at 0. At this point, important question comes up: how do we create a string that contains only one space, right? Since the space has an ASCII character of 32, if you look at the Rockwell manual, it says space has a decimal equivalent of 32 and hex equivalents of 20, right? That's the ASCII character code. So if we go ahead and browse this empty string, monitor that empty string, and start typing a value of 32 here, 32, by clicking this one and hit 32, and now you go back and try to find it, it does not find, right? Because when we type 32 in the string browser, Studio 5000 treats it as 2 text characters. So let's go back to the controller tags. Let's go back to the monitor this empty string one, right click, monitor, and if you expand the data on it, you could see it broke it down into 2, right? 3 and a 2. And if you change this to decimal, that's 51 and 50, which is what 2 is 50 and 3 is 51, right? So that does not work. So now the string is not a space, the string is actually 32. That means PLC is searching for characters 3 and 2 and not the space, and that's why we could not find it, right? Knowing that, if I add, so now let's try to work around another way. So we'll go back and monitor the string, and we'll go into the value of the string and just type a double quote space and a double quote and apply and see if that works, right? If you come back to the main program, that also does not work, right? Because if you look at the way how PLC stored it, you would see it has 34 for the double quotes, space for the 32 for the space, and 34 for the double quote. So we know that we need to have, for space, we just need to have a 32, right? So now PLC, with this way, the PLC is not checking just for the space, it's checking for the quote, space, and the quote. Again, this will not match our barcode string. So this is where ASCII table helps. I was showing earlier, the ASCII table has few helpful information. As we said, space is a 32 decimal, quote is a 34 decimal, and the slash is a 47 decimal, right? So using this one, now if we want to search for a space, we need an actual value of 32 stored inside the string data, not in data 1 and data 2, not quote space or quote, just one character space with data of 32 and length of 1. So to do that correctly in the ladder, we have to create a basic logic, which I'm showing here. Is I created a space string. We just created a string. Let's look at this properties. It's a space string, which is type of string, and all I'm doing is move 32 into that data, right, into that space string data dot 0, and I'm setting the length as 1 for the same string, right? What this will do is this will make, if you go monitor the space string, it creates a space string. So now with that one, all I can do is just use my find trigger that will go ahead and find the space string wherever it is located. So this is now dynamic, right? So if I go in and add spider MRF, it automatically changed to 16. And if you change it, since this is a tire, I'm just using the tire manufacturers, but if it's a spider extra wide, my code now became dynamic, right? This is the key part, and I just added some logic here. If the found position, all I'm doing here is find source is barcode string, and we are searching for a space string which has a space in it, and we are starting at position 1, and the result will be in found 15 found position. Then I have a basic logic. If the found position is greater than 0, I'm using a mid instruction to take the barcode response as a string. We want to extract how many characters, the number of characters we found before the space, using the found position decimal, and then we start at 1 and then store the expected string in here. If it's less than 0, we just copy not found into the extracted string. So now the PLC has told us where. So with this code, we are not guessing anymore. It's all dynamic. We can use multiple examples now. We can go ahead and change this just to prove the logic out. We can make this ABC 123 250/R19, and you could see the extracted string is ABC 123. You could use it for a long products, like we'll go ahead and change this to long product code and extract it. It still works. So our code extracts exactly all the things before the found before the space. Now in production, we should also handle a bad string. What if the string has no space? For example, like this. Then you could see, since the found position was 0, we automatically said space not found. Or you could change it to however you want to handle the error logic. That way it's a lot easy to find or troubleshoot the logic. So the key lesson here is do not hard code string lengths in PLC logic. Instead, find the delimiter, calculate the quantity, and extract with mid instruction. In this case, the delimiter is a space, but for some concepts, it could be a backward slash or a dot or a comma or a semicolon or any other separator. If you have another PLC string parsing problem, drop it in the comments. I may use your question in a future video and solve it step by step. And remember, don't count characters, find delimiters. Thank you.